In the Players' Championship itself, so you've experienced Butlins Minehead already.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. How did you find it?
It was a good experience, and unfortunately I lost in the second game, but yeah.
And that was all down on the second board, I think, wasn't it? Or were you on the first, or were you on the main stage?
My first game was on the main stage, and the second one I lost on the second board.
Yeah, good stuff. And Corey, you're making your debut here.
Yeah, that is correct, mate.
Yeah. How are you looking forward to it?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Honestly, cannot wait.
Yeah.
Best atmosphere that I've seen. It's the first time I've came to an actually proper dart venue. Yeah. It's the crowd, the atmosphere. It's superb.
Yeah. Not fazed by the pressure. I mean, you read any darts forum or read any darts publication, and your name is the name that everyone's talking about at the moment. So there'll be a lot of people out there looking forward to seeing you. Do you feel the pressure?
No pressure, mate. I just come to play my own game. Hopefully it pulls the win off.
How well do you know each other?
I don't really know him, to be honest.
Never played?
No, never watched him play.
So, a journey into the unknown, maybe.
Exactly right, mate.
You made your mark, of course, famously by beating Phil Taylor in the World Series. How often do you think about that game now?
It's just another game at the end of the day. Still a big game that I've won, but I'll move on to the next.
Yeah, absolutely. And Barry, your next game is against this guy. I mean, how much do you know about his game, and what are you expecting?
Well, I watched him play Phil Taylor, so that's what I know about him.
Big average.
Yeah, so that's good, and well, who knows what the next game will be.
Well, I wish you both all the very best, and may the best man win. Good luck to you both.
Thanks very much, mate.
They are very laid back, those Aussies, aren't they? Corey Cadby is going to be in the World Championship finals, World Championships, by the way. Whereas Barry Van Peer has to win tonight to guarantee qualification, otherwise he has to continue his quest to qualify next week. Well, we'll see that World Youth Championship final when we return here on ITV4. Corey Cadby in the World Youth Championship final. To get the players on stage, here is John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're delighted to present the cream of our youth. The Professional Darts Corporation proudly present for your entertainment the PDC Unicorn World Youth Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome from Australia, the 2016 Australian World Grand Prix champion, it's the King, Corey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Netherlands, and the winner of 2 PDC Development Tours, it's time to meet the bionic Barry Van Peer!
Well, Stuart Pike was there in Perth when Cadby beat Phil Taylor, and he'll be commentating on this one with Alan, who's seen a lot more of the youth tour than most.
Should be really, really good. Yeah, Corey Cadby, a special talent in Australia. They think he could be a real star, the real deal. Fantastic in the World Series, came over here straight away, won a prize development title, and then quite easily, as it turned out, qualified for the World Youth Final. Barry Van Peer has the experience of this Minehead stage, played here on the opening day, and I wonder whether that may be an advantage or not. Running repairs before a dart even thrown for the Aussie. You thought he would have been better prepared, Alan.
Yeah, he's certainly pretty excited as you saw him walking on the stage there. He's one of those players that's very confident, is in your face. When we saw him in the World Series, Stuart, he really looked like a good prospect for world darts.
Has an attitude, and he really believes in what he does. Barry Van Peer, perhaps not so enigmatic, but a very good player nonetheless. Yeah, Corey Cadby won the Australian tour this year to qualify by rights for the World Championship. So in fact there's a lot riding on this final for many players. If Barry Van Peer wins, he qualifies for the World Championship, and the fact that Corey Cadby has already secured a place at the Alexandra Palace through his domestic competition down under, it would mean that there would be a third qualifier from the PDPA World Championship qualifiers in Wigan tomorrow. So lots of permutations for many players.
Well, the last 64 of this took place in September, with these two players prevailing to this final. This is the culmination of the development tour season. £240,000 on offer, Stuart, for our youth players. 19 development tours and this World Youth Championship final. £10,000 for the winner, £5,000 for runner-up.
They both get a place in the Grand Slam as well next year.
Plenty of Brucey bonuses.
38.
Can be the big favourite.
Yeah, he certainly is, but from Barry Van Peer's point of view, he first came over and played in the development tours in 2015, won 2 out of the first 4 on his first weekend, earned himself a tour card. That's why we saw him in the Players' Championships. He's done quite well in the Players' Championship events. Played on the stage already as well in this tournament.
And Cadby's staying, isn't he? He's going to be hanging around. He's got the World Championship coming up at the Alexandra Palace starting in 2.5 weeks' time, and then Q School in Wigan in January. And he puts down a marker in the opening leg. Cadby.
Well, that shows a lot of confidence. He just quickly looked at the score, because if he'd have had a single 20, it would have left a bogey, but he felt confident enough to go for the maximum.
Very much a confident edge to Corey Cadby, the Tasmanian. This has been a really good first leg. He's left a finish after 12.
Yeah, great start by the Australian.
So tops for the Aussie for the opening leg of the PDC Unicorn World Youth Final. No messing, 13 darter.
And we saw the celebration as well. He loves it. Bang, thank you very much.
Well, incredible to think. Well, just see if Barry Van Peer can get a maximum. Just looking back at the history of this tournament, I remember commentating on the opening 2 World Finals when Aaron Monk and James Hubbard were crowned World Youth Champions. They haven't really, either of them, kicked on with their careers, but they both beat a certain Michael Van Gerwen in the final, and he averaged 80-odd.
Whatever happened to him?
No idea. I think he turned out to be okay. But Michael Van Gerwen lost the first 2 World Youth Finals. Yep, Aaron Monk, James Hubbard, Michael Smith, Keegan Brown and Max Hopp, the previous winners of the World Youth Championship.
94.
Interesting as well that 3 of those, Monk, Hubbard and Keegan Brown, will be trying to qualify for the World Championship tomorrow.
Yeah, There'll certainly be some good players there.
78.
Some very good players. Whoever wins or qualifies for the World Championships via that route will have to play well.
An important last start, just keeps the pressure on the young Dutchman.
Well, our youth tours, Stuart, are certainly providing us with players after players after players that we're starting to see now on the big TV screens, the big TV events, and there's plenty more in the pipeline.
Well, the youth tour has, over the last 3 or 4 years, it just opened a big door and a big opportunity to so many.
Standard is outstanding. Nearly treble 19 there. Oh, bad last one. Chance for Cadby here. Again to throw. 4-19s will leave the bullseye. Gets the first one. Treble will leave double 6. Double 6 for 1-2-6. Well, that's what this man can do.
Well, Jackie mentioned, and I had the privilege of seeing him first-hand in the World Series in August in Perth and Sydney. He was unlucky to draw Phil Taylor on both occasions in the first round. He lost the first one 6-3, but then he beat Taylor in Perth 6-2, and believe you me, it was no fluke. He was outstanding, 103.5 average. He then lost to Peter Wright 10-2, but that really wasn't a true reflection of the score. He averaged nearly, well, both players averaged 110, and it was a much closer game than perhaps the scoreline suggests, but he put down a marker. And you know, the DPA tour is very, very competitive, and to come out on top of that, it's some achievement.
It's getting better as well. The Premier League certainly started by Simon Whitlock showing the Premier League over in Australia. And obviously the World Series events, they're getting massive now in Australia, Perth and Sydney over the last few years. Gets more people interested, they want to play, they want to get on that stage and earn some big bucks.
The World Series will return to Australia and New Zealand next August. Cadby will be one of the stars on show, I'm sure.
Yeah, so many outstanding young players. Also on that last 64, Dean Reynolds, Max Hopp, who won it last year, Dimitri van den Berg, who's been in this tournament, Josh Payne as well.
Yeah, well, Van den Berg, he lost, didn't he, in the semi-final.
Quite interesting as well. Corey Cadby came over for the development tour, played in the first one, practiced with it, and got hammered 4-0 by Dimitri.
Look at this.
That woke him up.
An outstanding performance, an average of 111 for Corey Cadby in this final. A much-needed maximum from Barry Van Peer, but will he get a dart at a double?
Well, Cadby 2 out of 2 on the doubles so far. He's already hit double 6. And he's hit it again. 3-0 to the Australian. He's looking good, Stuart. He's looking very good.
Game on.
Exceptional talent.
When the World Championship draw is done on Monday, players will be wanting to avoid Corey Cadby, I can assure you.
I'm sure.
Amongst a few others.
He just looks very comfortable, doesn't he? No fear of the big stage, the bright lights, the TV cameras.
For somebody who hasn't really been on big stages before.
He's relishing it. And he is proving just how good he is. 112 average after his second 180.
And he's been geeing himself up all the way through the game. That's what he plays like. He plays at high octane level, and really gets stuck into it. He really wants it. He really wants it.
He arrived last weekend to prepare, so he's had plenty of time to acclimatise after a long flight from Australia. And he has been here in Minehead all weekend, just taking it all in and spending a lot of time in the main arena, soaking up the atmosphere and thoroughly enjoying himself.
Good darts by Berry there. Still hanging in there. He's not playing badly himself, let's be fair. 97.5 average, but he's yet to throw the double. That's because this man is playing beautifully. Bad visit there, though.
Well, Cadby's worst visit of the finals so far, so Van Peer, big favourite here to hold throw.
25 maybe, he's just thinking of his options. Trouble 19 would leave double 12. 25 gives him a better option. Would have left a 2-darter, hasn't done. So contemplating his next move. Should stay there.
He's going to be under pressure though. Oh, that's unlucky.
21.
He really believed he was going to hit the 171 to leave double 4, but he's put pressure here on Berry Van Peer.
He's got so much belief. And for Berry Van Peer to have some belief, he's got to hit this double 18. That's exactly what he's done.
Fifth leg, corridor through first.
Gets his first leg on the board.
Well, it was imperative, wasn't it? Against the talent of Corey Cadby, 4-0 down in a race at 6, and it's au revoir.
Van Peer only 20, Corey Cadby only 21. Got so many youngsters coming into the game now because it's on TV so much. Got the development tours he mentioned, got the JDC tour, which is the one just under that one, which is run by Steve Brown and the JDC. In fact, Steve Brown's son got to the last 8 of this last 64. Played really well. Unlucky not to get through.
All sorts of opportunities for any aspiring young dart stars watching. 108.5 the average for the Aussie.
Well, for Van Peer to have more of a chance here, he's got to up his scoring. He hasn't played badly at all. He's had 1 dart at the double and he's hit it.
Cadby though, he just looks supremely confident.
37.
Backing it up with ability. Left 32 after 12, averaging nearly 110. He's a talent. He really is. Not a lot at the moment that Berry Van Peer can do about it.
Game shot in the 5th leg.
4-1 it is to Corey Cadby. The first PDC Unicorn Youth World Final that hasn't featured a British player. We talked about Van Gerwen losing 2 to Monk and Hubbard. Michael Smith beat Ricky Evans. Keegan Brown then beat Roby John Rodriguez, and 12 months ago Max Hopp winning in a deciding leg against Nathan Aspinall.
2 Belgians in the semi-finals as well. Just shows you how much the darts word is spreading around Europe and around the world.
Van Peer beating the Belgian Kenny Nyans in the semi-final to reach this point, and Dimitri Vandenberg was beaten by Corey Cadby. The prestige that goes with it, to be able to call yourself a world champion at such a young age, and say the financial rewards, the opportunities that it offers up as well.
It's actually a delight, Stuart, when we go along to the development tours. All the officials, they all love going. I certainly enjoy the weekends, not just to see the talent that's there, giving them some advice as well.
all willing to learn.
Stars of the future. Cadby is definitely going to be a star of the future.
35.
He's homing in. Van Peer is ahead in this leg. He threw first though.
It'd be good. Just think it would be good if he drew Mervyn King at the World
79.
Championships, wouldn't it? Two kings
One
and
of them
one
would have to
palace.
abdicate.
So 2 kings, 1 palace. But he does look the real deal, doesn't he?
80.
Unlucky.
Well, what
May
that means
cost
as
him a
well,
dart and a double.
146. Yeah, 146 is still a finish, obviously. But you need 2 big trebles. Treble 20 here for Van Peer. He has to go for it. He needs the bull.
89. Corey, you require 146.
Took out a couple of big finishes in the World Series in Australia.
Went down for the 19s. Not this time, so he'll have to set it up and hope that Van Peer misses the 39.
Barry, you require 39.
To stay in the final, you would think.
Massive dart for Barry Van Peer. He's looking nervous. He's looking
29.
nervous.
Corey, you require 90.
Now, which way will he go? Will he go for the 20s or will he go straight for the bull?
Looks like he's going for the bull. 79, so treble 13, unlucky. Missed opportunity, that's why a lot of players go for the 20
Barry, you
route.
require 10.
Treble leaves double 15 if it's a single 20 bull.
Oh, on this occasion, I agree with you. That would have been the right way to go.
Well, that's a first, Mr. Pike. I shall write that one down.
Double 5 for Barry Van Peer. Oh. So,
6 goals.
what a chance now for Cadby to go within 1 leg of winning the world title.
Yeah, big chance there for Barry Van Peer, and he's missed it. Always difficult when you're behind to get yourself back in a match. But this for 5-1 for Cadby. Double 16. Oh, that was a long way off. Probably his worst dart of the match.
Barry, you require 4.
Nerves.
Game shot in the
Well,
6th
did
leg.
well. Relief for Barry Van Peer.
7th leg, Corey did
Stays
first.
in it. Cadby remains 2 legs away.
Yeah, Van Peer needs to up his scoring, up his intensity.
85.
Just dropped a little, the scoring for Cadby, averaging only 97 now.
I'm just wondering if it's because Barry Van Peer is really taking his time.
Yeah.
He's doing that for his own benefit. Cadby is one of those players that likes to get on with it.
90.
Well,
He's
remember
just taking his time.
Barry Van Peer and Cristo Reyes on the main stage on the opening day of this tournament. It went to 11 legs. It was a long old game.
There was a lot of missed doubles in that match, if I remember rightly.
125.
Well, part of the learning experience for Cadby, he will come across players slower than Van Peer as well.
100.
It's okay. Cadby through first in this leg. He's 4-2 ahead. If you can take this one, put him 1 leg away from the title. Good cover shot.
Oh, excellent darts from Corey
34.
Cadby.
157 finish. Van Peer just checking his score. May come down for the 19s first, but he's missed it.
121.
It's a good visit, but it's not a finish.
57.
May switch anyway.
Yeah, he's looking down at the 16s. Oh, great visit by Cadby. The setup for double 16.
And the average goes over 100 again.
Yeah, he's just had a lull moment, hasn't he, in the middle. Barry Van Peer was slowed him down a little bit, so he's going to have to learn them kind of things on the big stage.
So to go within one leg of victory, the Aussie goes 5-2 in front. Believe you me, it really does mean so much to both players. Forget the prize money, forget what's on offer. It's the title that really matters.
Yeah, he definitely wants it. He looks the part. Looks like one of those players that wants to be involved in a big battle. A battle like we will see in the final later.
Yep, if you are just joining us, Michael Van Gerwen against Dave Chisnall in the Players' Championship final to follow. Dave Chisnall beating Peter Wright. Huge story. So nearly happened earlier on. Darren Webster beaten 11-8 in the semi-finals by Van Gerwen, but Webster, would you believe, led 6-0. Van Gerwen found a way to win. So Van Gerwen against Chisnall to come shortly.
Cadby trying to get himself going. He knows he's close to that finishing post.
I wonder if Barry Van Peer knows that the game is up.
Well, he's ahead in this leg, but he did throw first. But he's visibly slowing the game down. Slightly
not helping him though.
Well, I think he had to try something because he was getting steamrollered by Cadby. He's throwing too many loose darts.
AC5.
Can't beat a bit of bully.
Keeps him interested in the leg.
Yeah, Van Peer has definitely slowed the game down. Trying to get his concentration levels back. Good visit there, 53 left to get it back to 5-3.
Just one break of throw, but the fact that Cadby started means that Van Peer has to break twice.
Well,
Got to win the lot, hasn't he? And there is the lot.
53 for Barry Van Peer looks slightly more difficult than it did 10 seconds ago.
And it is, because he's missed the big 13. It's amazing how often a 180 from your opponent forces a mistake in this situation.
It's hearing it from the MC, isn't it? Hearing that maximum score. Double 18 to save it. Well, he's missed that really because he missed that first dart. It's cost him missing the double. Will it cost him the match? Will it cost him the title?
Australian starlet Corey Cadby has darts for the match. To be crowned the PDC Unicorn World Youth Champion. Well, a star is born, a star of the future. That young man, Corey Cadby of Australia, is the champion of the world. He's beaten Barry Van Peer by 6 legs to 2. And Cadby with a supreme performance. Remember the name, remember the face. You'll be hearing a lot about Corey Cadby over the next decade or so. He is the World Youth Champion.
Well, here he is, the new world youth champion, Corey Cadby. That was impressive. I mean, you looked confident, you looked like you belonged up on the stage. Did it feel that way to you?
I was very comfortable, mate. He came back 2 legs on the trot. Other than that, I was really well. I've been really ill over the last couple of days, but it doesn't stop my game playing. And I've pulled off what I've came back over here for.
Yeah, and you've dealt with the fact that you were the heavy favourites to win. You had a lot of expectation on your shoulders, and you go straight from here pretty much to the Worlds, and that'll be interesting.
That's basically right, mate. Can't wait. Doesn't matter who I play, I'm going to win. So,
yeah,
best of luck to them.
What did it teach you beating Phil over in Australia, and what that teaches you about your prospects at the World Championships when you can take on all comers, I guess?
Just shows me what I'm really capable of, and the darts that I play is I can beat anyone. I beat Phil Taylor, he's the best in the world. No one will ever get close to him, and I've beat him. I stopped his run in Australia, which was the main thing, especially being an Australian boy. Aussie, mate.
But tell me this, Corey, you're not going to win the Worlds, are you?
Wouldn't doubt myself, mate. I'm not going to say I ain't, so without confidence, you're nothing. I really hope I win, to be honest.
And this is a nice little trophy to put on the mantelpiece, isn't it, for starters?
Just start, mate.
Good luck to you, Corey. Well played tonight.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, his little baby in Australia will be very proud of Daddy when he grows up. 21 years of age and already the world youth champion. I wonder who will get him in the draw tomorrow. I don't think they'll fancy it too much. Anyway, it is time for the Players' Championship final. It's Michael van Gerwen against Dave